Welcome. This video is part of a series of videos that you'll find at genieincomeonline.net. We also have a team recruiting site that's at genieincomeonline.com. This is part 2 of how to invite your contacts to make their own informed, educated business decision about joining you in My Shopping Genie. My name is Marie Bennett, and again, I'd like to extend thanks to Terry Petrovic and David Cochran for their contributions to this video and to the other videos on the training site. We talked about this in the first video in this series, but it's important to note that the first contact we're making is not with email. We're calling first, having a very brief conversation, and then sharing a link to genieincomeonline.com and to your personalized website. When we pick the phone up and call someone, we let them know right from the very beginning of the conversation that there's a very specific purpose, a reason that we're calling. But first, we get caught up with what's new with them. Okay? Now, after you've got caught up, after you've got reconnected with people that you know, we're going to start with a very simple way of introducing the business. Okay? The business portion of the conversation can start with something as simple as this. May I ask you a quick question? So you're going to ask your prospect, may I ask you a quick question? And of course, everybody's going to say yes. All right? You're going to ask your prospect, you're going to say something along the lines of this. Do you use a major search engine like Google? Okay? Or you might say, do you use Google or another major search engine? Now, everybody or virtually everybody is going to say, yes, of course I do. They might say, yes, of course I do. I just got finished using Google. Or as a matter of fact, I use Google multiple times per day. Or I use Google all day, every day. Okay, they might even say something along the lines of this. Yes, of course I do. I'm not even a big internet user, but I use Google at least 3 times per day. And then you're going to make a statement. And your statement's going to be, as I'm sure you know. Now, when you say it that way, as I'm sure you know, we're not preaching to anybody here. We don't want them to feel stupid, or we're really not trying to educate them. They already know this. They might not know the exact number, but they're very aware of the fact that Google is doing, they probably think millions of dollars, but they're actually doing billions of dollars. So here's the statement. As I'm sure you know, Google did $23.6 billion in 2009. $23.6 billion in 2009. And in a down economy, in an even worse economy in 2010, they were up by approximately $7 billion more. So they did approximately $30 billion in 2010. Okay, so there's the statement. So you asked a question, do you use Google? You waited for their answer. Then you made the statement, as I'm sure you know, Google did $23.6 billion in 2009. In a down economy, they were up by approximately $7 billion more. They did approximately $30 billion in 2010. All right? Then you're going to pause. You're going to wait for their reaction. Now, if they don't happen to use Google, so let's say that they say, no, I don't use Google, chances are good that they use another major search engine. They use Yahoo, Bing, MSN, Ask. Okay? If that's the case, then the statement you're going to make is a slightly different one. You're going to say, as I'm sure you know, the search engines combined generate $230 billion in annual revenue. $230 billion with a B, dollars in annual revenue. Okay, how simple is that? Now, keep in mind that you're sifting, you're sorting, you're looking for those who say something along the lines of, wow, that's amazing. Holy smokes, I knew it was a big number, but I never knew it was that much. You're looking for somebody that's positive in their response. Okay? Then you're going to say something like this. Here's another quick question for you. Have you ever seen a charge on your credit card from Google? Now, of course, if they use Bing or Yahoo or MSN or Ask or Chrome or one of the other major search engines, you're going to say, here's another quick question for you. Have you ever seen a charge on your credit card from Bing? And then you're going to pause. You're going to be quiet. You're going to let them think a little bit, and you're going to let them answer. And this is really quite fun. The vast majority will say no. And a lot of them will sort of sound quizzical or confused by that. And you're really going to hear them. You're going to hear them thinking about it. The right people are going to be starting to connect the dots. they're going to be thinking a couple of different things. They might be wondering, first of all, if maybe they have been paying for Google for years, if maybe they should go back to their credit card statements and see just how much they've been paying. Okay? They're also going to be thinking about how much money the search engines are making by giving something away for free. They're going to be thinking about how much money the search engines are making even though they've never paid a penny to use a search engine. Every once in a while, you'll hit somebody that says, yes, I have seen charges on my card. I've seen charges on my card because I've done pay-per-click advertising. And if that's the case, it's still perfect. You're going to say, perfect. How would you like to be on the receiving end of pay-per-click income instead of paying it out? How would you like to make pay-per-click income instead of paying it out? All right? So, again, the vast majority will say, no, I've never seen a charge on my card from Google or any of the major search engines. And you're going to say, in that case, you're going to say, I know, it's crazy, isn't it? You and I use search engines for free, and yet they generate $230 billion in annual sales. The search engines make huge money, even if people don't buy online. And here's the best part. I can show you how you can make money by giving something away for free, the way the search engines do, how you can make money even if people are not purchasing online. So from there, you're simply going to ask somebody if they're in front of their computer. Anita, are you in front of your computer? Okay, great. You're not in front of your computer. Can you get in front of your computer right now? Yeah, sure. I can get in front of my computer. Just give me a second. Okay, now while Anita's getting in front of her computer, or if she's in front of her computer, you're going to say, great, what's the best email address to get you at right now? Okay? You might not have somebody's home address. You might be used to emailing that at work, or they may have a new email address. So ask it that way. What's the best email address to get you at right now? I'm going to shoot you a link. Okay, this is when we send somebody a link. We've piqued their interest by explaining or just asking them if they use Google. Everybody can relate to that. And then explain to them that we can show them how they can make money by giving something away for free. Okay, you're going to send a link to genieandcomeonline.com. You're going to click down a couple spaces, and below that, you're going to put in your own personalized website. So you're going to put in www.myshoppinggenie.com/ and whatever username you picked. Okay? Pretty simple. When they get the email, it's really an easy way to do it because they won't type in the wrong address. Okay, sometimes if you try to say to somebody, okay, go to www.genieandcomeonline.com, they might not spell Genie right. It's just a convenience. It's just time saver to send them an address. They won't go to Google search and put it in and have it not come up, or again, not know how to do it. If you send them a link, it'll take them right to the very front page. Now, once they're on the front page, so you can say to somebody, okay, did you get the email? Great. Okay, Anita, you got the email. See that first link that says genieandcomeonline.com? Great. Okay, perfect. Click on that. And once Anita's on the front page, you're going to have her click on the top video on the left-hand side. Okay? See that top video? Click on the arrow, and you're going to stay on the phone with them while they watch the 6 to 7 minute business overview. Okay? You're going to stay on the phone with them, and you're going to hear it through the phone. You want to hear it while they're watching it. Now, here's why this is important. If you don't hear it, you can have them stop. You can have them stop for a moment and turn their speakers on. Or let's say they get interrupted by a call. So they start to watch it, and another call comes in. They take the call. The video keeps running. You know they're not watching it. Okay? Or maybe their children or a spouse comes in. And again, you can tell that they've been interrupted, and you can say, okay, just rewind it, go back to the beginning again, let's start again, and make sure that they actually watch it. You want them to make an informed business decision. They owe it to themselves to make an informed business decision. If they don't make it through the video, if they're not watching, if they get interrupted, they're not making an informed business decision. Okay, stay on the line with them. When the video is over, it's just a simple matter of making another statement. You're going to say something positive along the lines of, pretty amazing, isn't it? Okay, followed by a question. Can you see how powerful this concept is? Can you see why I'm excited about it? I'm sure you're excited too. All right, then you're going to lead them into the next video. So you're going to say, Anita, right under that video, there's a really quick 1-minute video. We were recently featured on CNN. Click on that one for a second too. Okay, click on that one next. So now you have a need or your prospect. Click on the next video. After that video is over, you're going to make another statement. So you're getting that statement question. Okay, impressive, isn't it, Anita? I've got one more short video. See the lady stretching the dollar bill underneath there? See the lady underneath that CNN video stretching the dollar bill? Great. Click it, and while you watch this video, it's a very short video, pay special attention to the wide variety of items people are searching for, all the different things that people are searching for, and the amount of money people are saving. It's pretty amazing. Again, as you watch it, remember that you can get paid when people search, even if they don't buy online. Okay, it's important to stress that. Remember, you can get paid when they search, even if they don't buy online. You're planting that seed that they can make money by giving something away for free. And again, no one has to make a purchase for us to make money. When the video's over, you're going to make another statement. Exciting, isn't it? Okay, Terry likes to say, cool, pretty cool, huh? Okay, and you're going to follow that with another statement. The best part is that it's only $199 to get started building a network of distributors on whose efforts you can be paid multiple levels deep. And it's only $29 a month to be active. For $29 a month, you can give away unlimited free Genies, unlimited free applications. And here's the best part. When you have 10 to 15 people using the free app, it more than pays for the $29. Plus, unlike other companies where there's annual fees, there are no annual fees here. There's huge money to be made by simply giving away free apps and developing a network. Okay. Now, be aware, the Genie concept is so simple and so smart that many of the people that you take through those 3 videos will be ready to enroll and begin building a business after you go through just those 3 videos. Okay? Be ready. Be ready to enroll them and be listening. Less is more. Know when to be quiet. At that point, I just shut up. I let people tell me where they see themselves. Okay? If they have questions, great. But if they're ready to enroll, direct them back to the link you sent in the email. So you'll say, Anita, remember that email I sent you a few minutes ago? Go back there. You're going to see a link. It begins with www.myshoppinggenie.com. And when you click on that, okay, you're there. Perfect. Scroll to the bottom. You see my name there. Perfect. Okay, go back to the top for a second. See where it says Become a Distributor. Click on that. I'm going to stay on the line with you while you go through the enrollment process. It's one simple form. Okay, now after you've done that with them, then introduce them to your upline. Okay? Make a call. Introduce them to your upline. Let them know it's not just you there, but there's other people that are available to help them. Okay? Again, be aware, be prepared that a lot of people will be ready to go after just going through those 3 simple videos. Now, if they're not ready to get started, but they're expressing an interest, they're asking questions, that's the time to introduce them to your upline. Another time to introduce them to your upline. Okay? Now, the reason you introduce them to your upline is that you want to lead by example. You want to show them that they're going to be in business for themselves, but not by themselves, that they'll have help in building their business. What better way than to let someone else answer their questions? Okay, so if they're ready to get started, get them started, and then introduce them to your upline. If they're not ready to get started, if they've got questions, then introduce them to your business partners, to your upline. Lead by example. Let them know they're going to have help in building their business. It really, truly is as simple as that. There's all kinds of tools available for you. The links across the top of genieIncomeOnline.com will help answer questions. There's links on the training site on genieIncomeOnline.net. Okay? Use the webinars. So if there's a webinar coming up in the next 5 minutes or 10 minutes or next half hour, okay, put them on a webinar. Right after they've gotten started, put them on a webinar, or if they're asking questions and they're not quite ready to get started, put them on a webinar. But if the next webinar isn't until tomorrow or a few hours from now, get them on the line with one of your upline instead. Don't wait. Create urgency. Keep it simple. Be duplicatable. Okay, above all else, jump in and get started. This really truly is as simple as our invitation gets, okay? It's so simple, it's so easy, and again, people will welcome you with open arms. People are looking right now for alternative sources of income, for ways to diversify their income. Invite your contacts to look at the business before someone else does. How are you going to feel if someone calls you and asks you, do you use Google, before you call and ask them? Thanks for joining us. Again, my name is Marie Bennett. On behalf of Terry Petrovic, on behalf of David Cochran and the other leaders in our organization, I welcome you to My Shopping Genie.